Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And here I am. Welcome to a special episode. It's President's Day. So how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna bring in the presidents. So, as if you remember my guest on Saturday, I did not fuck up his name. I tell you, I'm not doing it.
Just do it once.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That's why I said King of the Chefs. I love that.
I'm insulted. Just try one time.
Nope.
Damn.
Then we got president from Idaho. Man, Blender. See, I can say his name, no problem.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Then I got my big brother who I caught right with a helmet on.
Hey man, don't judge me, bro. Don't judge me.
My big brother Rock. And then Caroline Blue, you got a nice forehead, brother. You got a nice forehead. We're waiting on two more people. Of course, the queen of the group, Trini Girl, and then we got Word One from New Mexico. How's it going, fellas?
Good, man. I'm chilling.
Good.
All right. First thing first. So since I am learning on the fly and shit, hold on. We got somebody else. There he is. I just named him. Word One is in the building. Can you hear me, Word One?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Word One, president of New Mexico. So we just waiting for one more person, but we can start right now. Always gotta start with the introductions. I already did that, but I need y'all to introduce yourselves. How long you been president? And I'll go with the king of all kings, the king, the chef.
Oh man, one of these days you're gonna say Escoffier.
I'm gonna say Escoffier.
Oh,
I said
There you
it.
go. There you go. See, there you go. We're good now. We're good.
We're good. We're gonna start with you though. So how long you been president?
I've been president for a little under 2 years. So started the chapter up out here in Oregon.
All right. Blender.
Blender, Boise, Idaho, man. I've been president, honestly, just the past couple months. I've been interim president since we pretty much began the building of Boise.
Nice. Welcome in, Shadowproof.
What's good?
It's good. Word One, you're next up, brother.
Ward One, president of Three Crosses chapter out of southern New Mexico. Been a president for a little over a year and a half now.
All right. Carolina Live.
What's up, gentlemen? I just took over presidency in January of this year, so last month. So
you
pretty much a little over a month.
Oh, you a baby. baby president. Oh man, this is interesting. Rock, welcome back to the presidency, brother.
Yeah, man. Rock from how do we say it correctly? Rock from Middlesex County, now known as Central Jersey. I was a president from 2006 up until about 2018. Then had a little situation, a little hiatus, and I just got back into the seat as of last December.
Nice.
So, yeah.
By the way, congratulations on that, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Shadowproof.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's popping?
Yes, sir. How long we talking?
We got about a little bit over a year and a half now.
Ooh. Damn, we got two babies here. So my first question, and it's always the top priority question. What's your definition of leadership? I'm gonna start with, since he's the veteran in here, Rock, President Rock. Give us your definition of leadership, man.
My definition of leadership. Be an example. Be an example for everyone. If you say you can do it, do it. Let them see that you're willing to put in the work and not just actually be somebody that just says, "Oh yeah, I'm the president. You got to do as I say." Never. I'm never. I'm literally always learning, and I lead. Believe it or not, I lead from behind. I push them. They make me better. I make them better. So just keep it going.
Cool. Shout out proof. I'm gonna catch your ass eating. That's why I called you. I'm gonna catch your ass eating. I told you about eating on my damn show, bro. I told you about doing that shit.
Bro, you be catching me fresh out the gym every time. So I ain't got no choice but to get right. Well, as far as leadership for me is being able one to teach and also to learn. Be able to take constructive criticism, and also being able to understand the people that you're dealing with. Not everybody is the same. So you need to, understand who you're dealing with. Everybody learns different. So you gotta, like piggybacking off Rock said, you know what I'm saying? Push them to be better. You as a leader, you want whoever you're teaching, your goal is to make them better than you. And then so on and so forth, and so on and so forth, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much what I got. Back to my salmon and sweet potato.
Yes. Go ahead and eat, brother. Carolina Live, you up? What's leadership to you, brother?
Leadership pretty much to me is motivating your people, to do what's best for the chapter pretty much. Like the other two bros said, lead by example. Also, you can, just because you're the president don't mean you gotta do what you actually say. You can't just say, well, I'm the president, it's gonna be like this. No, you can't do that. You gotta lead by example.
Yes, sir.
You gotta do what's best for the chapter. Like you said, chapters may have different personalities, so you may have to approach some people in your chapter different than you do the other people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got different attitudes. Everybody got different personalities. A lot of them may have. Some people got different pressure points. You got to know what pressure points or whatever to hit. So you got to know how to come to people. So, and that makes the chapter better as a whole. Once you get to know everybody's personality and how to deal with them.
Oh, nice. Well, we got the queen of the group finally here.
There she is.
Yes, she is. So you was not here for the introduction. So introduce yourself, the attorney, and how long you been president?
I'm sorry, I was having technical difficulties, but I am Trent Girl. Excuse me. I'm the president of the Fayetteville, North Carolina chapter, and this is my second year being a president.
Awesome. So while I got you, give us your definition of leadership.
And leadership is definitely leading by example and not expecting more than what you are willing to give. I think that's pretty much, that's how I operate. I can't expect somebody to do something that I wouldn't be expected to do.
Right. Cool. Word one, my brother. First of all, word one. Congratulations, bro. I'm glad to see you on here. That's one. I won't go into detail, but if y'all don't know, I'd rather him tell you. But what's your leadership, brother? What's the definition of leadership?
Without repeating what the other guys had already said, because they said some great things that I 100% agree with. Leadership also is being willing to make decisions, knowing that you're not going to satisfy everybody every time. No matter what decision you make as a leader, somebody is going to disagree with it. Somebody is going to be upset with whatever decisions that you have to make. So leadership is knowing that you can be confident in making difficult decisions sometimes, as long as it's from the heart, of course, as long as you're doing it with the best interest of the people in mind. But that sometimes that's leadership, man, is doing what's in the benefit of everybody, but understanding that sometimes those decisions can be tough.
All right, gotcha. Boise, Idaho, blender. So you like the new kid on the block, so here's your definition, bro. Are you the same as everybody else?
I mean, pretty much the same as everybody else. You know, leading by example is huge, of course, in the position that we're blessed to be in. You know, being in a leadership position is all about really the ability to play chess and not checkers, right? Like everybody said, being able to move around everybody else's personalities, everybody's buttons, and things of that nature. It's much more than just knowing what to do, but knowing how to get there and knowing how to be that example of how to get there. You know, not necessarily taking the credit for anything, but just being that person behind everybody, like homie said, to push them along to get us there. You know, you're the roadmap. You're the person in not necessarily the driver's seat. I feel like I'm in the passenger seat with the roadmap, really, orchestrating everything. So leadership, man, I mean, it's a lot of chips on your shoulder. It's a lot of moving pieces. I feel like it's more than just one definition. I feel like it's more of a characteristic that somebody's got to have.
All right, I like that. And we finished off with the King Chef himself. What she got for us?
So, I mean, everything that everybody else already said is, obviously the biggest part of it. But like I mentioned the other day, when I'm looking for people, I want heart. And I feel I need to have the biggest heart. When we're on chill rides, things like that, I'm in the back. I'm watching my new riders, giving them tips, things like that. Granted, when you come up some twisties, I'm going to go around them and I'll slow down. I'll get back to formation. But, it's about heart. It's about leading by example. It's about putting us in situations where it's not going to be questionable. I think that's the biggest one for us here in Oregon, being like I said, a brand new state. It's knowing how to move, when to move, and not putting my people in sticky situations.
Cool. Appreciate that. So my next category, pressure. Any pressure of being the president, like you what I mean by that, because it pretty much almost answered that question, but it's like I know it's more because I think Caroline said you're dealing with different personalities, and then you got to not just deal with your chapter, you got to deal with the outside world of the state reps and the national board, and then you got other clubs around you that if one of your members like go out of line in their clubhouse, you got to come in straight and shit up. So the pressure, heavy or more than heavy or light? Because I got different markets on here, so it could be different pressures. So let me go to one I know they're gonna answer this one. Word one I know because you are dealing with New Mexico, and you got some pressures, my brother. So how you deal with the pressure of not just leading the chapter, but making sure everybody know their surroundings in New Mexico?
For me, it was, as far as pressure, I mean, I was taught a long time ago that pressure does two things: it busts pipes or it makes diamonds. So whatever the outcome is going to be is dependent upon the person who's under pressure. So with me, I came in with a different approach than most chapters did. So with our market, we are in a really good position, but that's because I came when myself and Exclusive created this chapter, like we did it knowing what the game plan was before we even moved forward with bringing in the first member. So with that being said, our standpoint on it is, as far as the market goes, is your market is what you determine your market is going to be. A lot of people blame their market for the way that their chapter was. No, your market is what you determine it's going to be. So over here, we're not a black and silver market. No disrespect to any markets that are, but we're not a black and silver market. We can wear our vest whenever we feel like it. But at the same time, we're cognizant enough of the history and the culture of the MC world to know that at least when we're on the set at an MC function, we strictly wear corporate vests, because those are the vests that were issued to us through corporate. Those are the vests that are representative of our organization. So those are the only vests we need to be wearing when we're on the set. But also at the same time, creating our market and being able to move freely with whatever vest we wear. And I'm just using the vest as a random example. But it came with educating our market, letting our market know that we're not an MC, and we're not just saying that we're not an MC. We're not an MC. We only show up when you guys are doing fundraisers, community service, as far as COC meetings, everything else. That ain't got nothing to do with us, so we're not taking part of it. But also letting it be known at the same time, every member of my chapter is 100% with the fucking smoke. So if you come with the bullshit, you're gonna get the bullshit back, because you can't join my chapter if you ain't. So we determined what our market is gonna be, and we didn't let our market determine what our market was gonna be. So I wouldn't say that comes with a lot of pressure, but again, it just boils down to leadership. Again, it boils down to making difficult decisions, knowing that no matter what decisions you're going to make, somebody somewhere is not going to like it. But if you genuinely give a damn about the membership of your chapter, man, then it's not as hard as it seems.
Nice. So same thing, but now I'll go to my other brother over there, Rock. I know I'm from where you from, so I know I know exactly. Yeah, you know exactly what I mean by any pressure from Jersey coming. So give us your take on the pressures that's being the president in Jersey.
Honestly, for me, pressure is just knowing how to move. You know how to move, know how to deal with any situation that comes your way. Knowing to push, and knowing to fall back and just let things play out, as opposed to let's just keep butting heads and not getting anywhere or anything. We can always sit down and talk, as we always have, when it comes to anything. Any situation, 99% of these situations can be solved with a phone call. There's a lot of misunderstandings that go on also in our market over here in Jersey. Everybody, as of right now, everybody's good. We don't pretty much have to worry about moving anyway. It's just I mean,
I got you.
You see, I'm just moving around and kind of slicing.
I was gonna say now, I don't want to get too deep, and if it's not to be said, don't say it.
Listen, you should already know. I'm not gonna say nothing that I can't say and back up, but at the same time, I know when to just say, all right, man, you got it, and just leave certain shit alone.
Right.
So yeah.
So I got you. So all right, next market. I'm gonna go with Idaho, because y'all new to me, Idaho. So any pressure of being a president, especially because y'all new chapter.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I definitely feel like it's a different pressure than everybody else feels right now, as far as the chapters that have been established a lot longer than ours. I feel like right now it's more personal pressure to make sure we're built the right way. I understand that things without a sound foundation won't last. So being a new chapter, I feel like the real pressure is just making sure the pieces that are falling into place are the right pieces. Knowing, again, playing chess not check is knowing who to put in what position to see the best outcome for our chapter. There's no real pressure as far as no riding, no nothing we can do. So right now, as far as pressure is concerned, is at least for Boise, Idaho is concerned, it's solely just about starting it off right, creating the right contacts, creating the right foundation, and building the right family around us. But other than that, man, I mean, if you're built for it, it's not really pressure. It's just a challenge. So just, like you said, it's bust pipes and make diamonds. You know what I mean? And we try to make diamonds.
All right, cool. Oregon, we talked about this Saturday, but if you want to add more or replay what you said on Saturday about it, you can do it right now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, opening up a closed state there was a little pressure there. I never intended on any of this. I never, set out to, I'm going to go to Oregon. I'm going to open up this. I'm going to, middle finger of the world. No, it was just more of, I want to do it right. So it's personal pressure. Like I said, I never intended on opening up a chapter. It's just you meet a couple people, and then all of a sudden you're getting different conversations, and it's starting to come into formation. And they just kind of fell together kind of fluidly. And when I got out here, but like I said, everybody was like, oh, it's not going to happen. You're not going to open up. And it just kind of happened. And then the right way of, like everybody said, have those conversations. Everything can be deaded with a phone call. There's misunderstandings all the time. It's just how do we handle that? So it's not, again, too much pressure, but it's just how to go about it the right way and put ourselves in a good light to the community, to the state, national board, and all the other chapters out there, you know. Again, never set out to open up a chapter, but you know, doing it the right way was, again, personal pressure, making sure that I represented the R well enough and everybody else could be proud of saying that, hey, we got a chapter in Oregon.
Okay. So I'm going to go down to the queen, because I see the queen. You're the only queen I got, so we're going to treat you with such royalty right now. Oh, Trini, not just now pressure can go different ways, because as I just said, you're the only queen we got, so therefore female presidents, you know, any pressure, not just being a president, but also a female president, and you know, like in your chapter, probably got some. I'm gonna put an example there. Probably got a grumpy old ass man that don't like. I ain't listen to no goddamn. You know, I have to say. What can you give us is there any pressure for you as a president?
Absolutely. Initially, it was before I decided to put my name in to be the president for the chapter. It was kind of like a back and forth, because I've held the majority of the positions in the chapter already. So to me, that's me taking the time to not only know what I'm doing, but at least have the legwork, to have the experience to say, okay, this is actually what you should be doing, you know. So coming from that perspective, it was kind of like, why not? Why not me? Like, I'm the next best candidate to step up and handle that position. The other side was kind of like, do I really want to put up with this? And I see what it takes, but yeah, I'm not saying that I can do it better than the ones that came before me doing it, but why not me? It's just a different vibe for each person that comes up and does it. So it's definitely pressure. And yeah, I have one of those guys, in my opinion, that's like, oh no, I can't have another female president, because I'm not the first one for this chapter. However, as not get together, that, oh yeah, she got her shit together. She does stuff. She knows shit. She tries to, you know, keep us all together. So it's definite pressure every time we have a meeting, every time I try to get them to do stuff, you know. I think I have a different approach from other people. So I kind of give you my perspective when I say, hey, this is what I think. This is why I do it. And, you know, it either you do or you don't. At the end of the day, you chose to be in this organization just like I did. So whether I'm telling you to do it or somebody else tells you to do it, it's your decision to do it or not.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out proof. Any pressure of being the president in Connecticut?
No. Actually, I wish you would have picked me before you picked homie from Idaho. I don't remember his name, my fault, because he took the words right out of my mouth. And I was like, but it ain't really pressure, you know, like it's like on a set or anything like that. It's more so just the pressure for me is the fact is that, you know, just being what's right for my chapter. You know what I'm saying? Being the one that's supposed to be in this seat. You know what I'm saying? Being the one to lead, you know what I mean, and lead us into the future. So that's more so the biggest pressure for me. And just, you know, in a little year and a half that I've been so far, I've learned a lot. You know what I mean? They taught me a lot. You know what I mean? I got like Mama Cougar. That's an OG. You know what I'm saying? And Mama teaches me something every day. Every conversation we have, it teaches me something new. You know, got Giz. Giz been around forever. He always schooling me on stuff. So, you know, pressures as far as outside though, all the pressures literally me for the most part, just making sure that I'm, you know, doing the right thing to, you know, keep shooting us forward. That's all.
Cool. Carolina, last but not least.
Last but not least, I wouldn't say it was any pressure. My whole thing is I want to be cognizant because as a leader, you always want to make sure that you're doing what's best for your organization, and because you want your organization to always be successful. So if it's any pressure as far as me and the president as Columbus, Georgia, then that would be the pressure for me. Because I always want to make sure that my chapter is being the best chapter that we can be. And that's pretty much for me, making sure my soldiers and my other officers, we're all on the same page to pretty much have the best chapter that we can pretty much have. But like I said, people always have different personalities and you're dealing with different people, every day. But so, I mean, as far as pressure, like, because I've only been a president, like I told you, I'm new, I'm about a month. So my whole thing is I just want the chapter to be successful. And I do anything, whatever, come up with any ideas on how to make the chapter successful. And also learn from my past and previous presidents in the chapter also, because both of them are still in my chapter. So I still pick their brains also and ask them, what can we do to make the chapter better or whatever, because just because I'm the president don't make me know better than nobody else. You cut the head off the snake. If you cut the head off the snake, then you don't have nobody about it. It's gonna die.
Oh man. Okay, I like that one. So stay there, Carolina, because y'all all kind of pretty much said this one. Difficult decisions. And since you said you just became president, are you ready to make those difficult decisions when it comes to, like, you said you just got there. I don't know if you had one yet, or you just it's been smooth sailing so far. But when it gets to that point, are you ready to make those difficult decisions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so I mean you didn't have one yet, so
I had one, but I'm ready though.
Okay,
I mean, you're gonna have to make difficult decisions in your chapter. I mean, not everybody's gonna like the decision, but it's not personal. It's a business. Even though we have fun together, we ride, we drink, we party, we kick it, we do whatever. It's still a business side of everything. It's always a business side. It's time for business. It's time for business. Because I'm not doing it for individuals. I'm doing it for what's best for my chapter.
Right. So I'm gonna go to the next baby on the Idaho blender. Ain't difficult decisions. Hey. Not I ain't gonna. I'm not asking. Let me make this clear. I'm not asking you to tell me if y'all had any difficult, but when it comes to it, like, are y'all ready? And if y'all did, was it hard to make those difficult decisions, or was it like,
I mean, coming into it, this is even prior to being president. This is during the whole buildup of Boise, Idaho. I had a plate full of difficult decisions, and that's pretty much what landed me in the seat that I am in now. Because being able to be in a chapter where nothing is solidified, no seats are solidified, and somebody has to stand out and assist making those difficult decisions, that's eventually what again landed me here. So the question whether or not you can make a difficult decision on my end is simple. Before I was in this seat, I was making them just to build this chapter. So going forward, it should only get easier.
All right. I'll go to word one on that one, because my man, I know you probably had some, and you made those decisions like that. And you had to probably lost sleep of, but but did it help when you made those decisions? Did it help you like understand the decision you made and that's final, or is like you had to learn from your own decision or your difficult decision?
The thing is, like with me, I don't make any decisions, period, until I've spoken with the remainder of my top three first. Like every decision I make, even if it's not put to a vote, whatever decisions that I make, it's a collective decision. So no decision that I ever make is mine and mine alone. I always go through my top three. That's what they're there for. That's why they call your right hand and your left hand. So every decision I make always goes to my top three first. Like nothing, and I mean nothing, is unilaterally made. Like, it's always going through my top three. Having said that, though, there are times when it's tough to make a decision, and I'm only speaking on my particular situation because being that we're a newer chapter, the majority of my membership is brand new. Now I've been a Rough Rider damn near 10 years. You know what I mean? I'm 9 years in. So, but I have a chapter full of members who I've had to teach how to be soldiers and also immediately teach them how to be officers while teaching them how to be Rough Riders and what Rough Rider stands for, what we're about. So when you have to make decisions, when you're a president in that situation, sometimes it does become difficult because your membership's not always going to understand the decisions you make. Now, had it been a more established chapter, then it's a little easier. But when you have a chapter full of newer members, it can be more difficult because you have to explain more than you would normally do in a different situation because they have to understand the decisions. So that's one of the things about being a president of Rough Riders is your chapter has to understand the decisions. You can't just make decisions, regardless of if I talk to my top 3 or not. I can't just make a decision and say, okay, that's it. Like the chapter has to understand the decision to support the decision. Whether they agree with it or not is irrelevant at that point, but they have to at least understand the why. And, you know, sometimes we will fail at that. Sometimes we will get it right. But as it was said earlier by some of the other brothers and sisters on this panel, you know, being a president is probably the biggest learning experience you could have in Rough Riders. Like you learn more as a president than you could ever learn as a soldier. Like it's learning. You're learning different personalities. You're learning different techniques, different methods. You're learning from other presidents. Because I don't know any presidents who came into the seat who wasn't on the phone with other presidents the first, 4 or 5, 6 months. Like, hey, man, you know what I mean? I think we can all vouch for that one. Like, we on the phone with the other presidents. Like, hey, man, the hell do I do about this? So it's a lot of learning. It's a lot of learning, and in the process, it's a lot of teaching what you learn. So the difficult decisions are there, man. It's just it can, you got to have patience. That's all I can say. You got to have patience.
Patience. I like that one. Especially you just said y'all had you got phone calls. So that leads me to my man's in Oregon because we had this. It's like we do the same conversation again, but
Right.
it's like I think you had the same situation that you had to teach not just prospects, but you got to teach the prospects to be Rough Riders to be officers. And like a difficult decision on that, like you had who you decided to go get this title, and it's like that. So tell us about that situation. Give us more details about that situation.
Yeah, again, it's getting to learn their personalities. Those difficult decisions of who's going to be your right and your left hand, and then are you going to be able to handle the pressures of those jobs? Do they understand those jobs? Yeah, I went through the ringer in the Springs. That's for damn sure. I think I've seen everything in the 2 years that I was at the Springs, and that really helped me in my position now, but also my line of work. I oversee dining programs are $10 million, $20 million, $30 million, and there's a lot of HR stuff, and those decisions come down to your team. You can't make those by yourself, so you need to lean on people in order for it to be the right decision, because there could be a lawsuit in that world. Here it's not like that, but you want to get everybody's perspective on it. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to make that call, and you're going to have to live by that call, whether it's good, wrong, right, whatever it is. That you're going to have to make that call, and then again, hopefully you've got people around you that can help you make that call, and then they understand why you're making that call. And if they don't understand, you got to be able to explain why you made that call. But at the end of the day, you got to own it. You have to own it.
All right, nice. Now we get to the nitty gritty. I'm gonna go with Shatterproof.
Yo.
Now, difficult decisions. Again, Connecticut. Now when we met Shatterproof, it was not New Haven. It was Triple Threat.
Yeah.
Triple Threat. So I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna ask Rock this shit too. So, the difficult decision of changing your name and bringing in members and stuff. So that's, pretty much your difficult decision was within the chapter. It's not outside, like you said. The pressure's not outside the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
The decision in the chapter. So give me some difficult decisions, or if you have any.
Well, I will say this, right? And it might sound a tad bit cliche, but it's the truth. Um, I love my chapter, right? We all pretty much knew each other for years now at this point. So the difficult decisions aren't so difficult anymore because we know how to communicate with one another and actually get a chance to see each other's point of views if it's something, in house or whatever the case. So for us, if it's something where, I don't know, something needs to be done and whatever the case is, we're able to talk about it and actually, come to an understanding. So what could have been a very difficult decision or a situation per se is now just like all right, I get you, or okay, I understand, and all right, that I get, I see why you're doing what you're doing, and boom, bam, bang, and we good to go. So far, so good.
So
You know what I'm
far, so
saying?
good.
So we're gonna keep pushing forward on that. But yeah, as far as right now, like difficult decisions, we've been building together, we've been working together, we've been growing together. So yeah, right now we doing all right. Our difficult decisions ain't really difficult,
Okay. So, like I said, I'm gonna go from you to Rock because Rock already just said he said at the beginning of his intro, Middlesex and Central. I still call y'all Middlesex. Fuck you, Rock. So
I'm good with it. I'm so good with it.
But I mean that was a difficult decision, and also y'all got a history of bringing people in, that transfer people in, like that's a difficult decision and all that stuff, or transfer out, whatever. So give us your difficult decision, your not your first and second term as president. Good Lord, 2 terms as president.
First time around, in all honesty, it was just me having to leave was difficult for me because I started off in Next Generation Brooklyn. That's where pretty much a lot of Jersey started from. Next Generation out of Brooklyn. So it was, for me, it was like, oh, wait a minute. I have to leave the family that I started with, and they're saying, go. You're going to go out here and go into Middlesex, and we're going to coach you up. We're going to guide you. We're going to guide you throughout everything. I'm like, all right, bet, no problem. For years we did it. If I had any difficult decisions, any difficult situations, I always had my former president was literally a phone call away. If I felt I couldn't make it, hey man, listen, just guide me a little bit. At the time, my team back then made some tough decisions that I had to pretty much say, you know what, you're gonna learn from this as well as me learn from this. So therefore, I'm gonna let you guys make a decision. I'm gonna let you guys you're gonna stand on what you said. And then there was times where I had to make a decision and have half the chapter mad at me at the time until after they saw the end result. Then they were like, damn, you were right. I'm like, whatever. Like, we all learn from it. Just keep it pushing. As far as a name change, anybody in my chapter would tell you I was so against it. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, because Middlesex was my baby. I'm one of the I'm one of the last standing members from actual Middlesex. There's a couple left still, but it was hard for me to accept the fact that my team was like, listen, we should try this. And I'm like, no. Then I said, you know what? Let me get out my feelings and listen to what my team is saying. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If we gonna do it, let's do it. Just know that I ain't approve of it. I ain't like it, but I understand that it's not about me. It's about me. It's about me stepping back, saying, all right, cool. Y'all want to make it work? Fuck it. Let's make it work. Let's rock and roll. Let's get to work. And since we've done it, that's all we've done. We just been working, just keeping it going, just making sure we keep Jersey moving, making sure we try to keep everybody in Jersey involved in everything, like all the chapters together, all the presidents trying to speak at least and keeping things together. And as far as the transfer in situation and transfer out, that's primarily a group decision. We all will give our opinions on it, but
Mhm.
I'm not the final voice in that. I let the body I let the body speak for it. And we just go from there. I'm not gonna be the one saying no, I don't want this person here. Fuck that. They can't come there. No, we gotta have them. Nah.
Okay.
If my team says no, then guess what? Hey, it's no. I trust in what they say. I believe in what they say, and I understand most of them. Because I got a ton of personalities, but they all yeah they all seem to mesh well when time is needed for them to mesh. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Queen. Yeah, Queen. So, yeah, you know, I just wanted to say, you have any difficulty, any difficult decisions you made, anything that you want to talk about right there? Because we already know, like, we went through pressure, but the decision making, which is like, do you go by your team, or your team goes and you the final say, or are you the tiebreaker? What's how you deal with difficult decisions? Uh-oh.
Mic
Can't hear you,
off.
baby. Your mic off. Your mic off.
My bad. Can you hear
There
me?
you go. Yep. There you go.
Just like the other president said, I do discuss with my top three the decision. My VP, let me just say that he has came a long way in my eyes. So my VP is Uncle Bo. And
Okay.
from the time I got vested through each position, I saw him a different way. And so
Mm.
since I became the president, he totally flipped the script and has been 100% my rock. So a lot of stuff, it's like we're thinking on the same wavelength at the same time. I feel like he got a GPS on my phone. As soon as I come back from another event, he's already calling. Like I just got in the car at the airport. Like you got to be tracking. So that being said, like the other president said, I run it through my top three. We have that discussion. It is ultimately how they say up to me. Um, but I at least want to make sure that we're on the same page. Not just because I'm the president, I can have that final say, but I really value other people's opinion. Like if you think I'm not doing something right or something could be done better, show me. Because I'm all about, hey, this is why I think the way I'm thinking, and I'm looking at stuff from the perspective of someone else outside of the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So I just, and I do that like on my regular non-Rough Rider stuff. I'm in other organizations, my job, personal life, whatever. That's just how I roll. So like we understand everybody has a different personality, everybody has a different leadership style. You just got to know your audience and roll with it. But I do make the best decisions for the chapter. Like, hey, what does everybody think? Whatever would get everybody involved and on that positive note. And as long as the majority is good with it, then let's handle it.
Nice, nice. So the final topic, doing what's best for the chapter. So what I mean by that is like y'all do events, traveling, y'all travel as a unit, you travel like, hey, I'll meet you there. Certain things like that. Or just do something as a chapter non-Rough Rider. I will come over your house and we go to watch this movie, watch the game, all this stuff. And keep y'all as one unit. I think y'all said. I think most of y'all said that a lot. One unit. So I'm gonna go with King Oregon, king of the chefs. Uh, doing what's best for the chapter.
So obviously that's all of our goals. I also go back to one story when we had a prospect of 10 days. He came down to Oakland. He met us there because of his job. And he's like, I got to get back for work on this certain time. And looked at the weather and it was like, oh crap, it's going to snow. He's like, no, I'm going by myself. Like, nah, that's not how we roll. We're all going together. So the whole, we're riding through this goddamn snowstorm from Oakland back to Medford. And I think right then and there is when it solidified that we are a chapter. We are a family. We are my brother's keeper. We literally rode through a snowstorm to get him back to work, in time for him to, do his thing. And I think, like I said, that's what we're ultimately looking for. Is, do you have my back? Do you have heart? And yeah, it's always going to be what's best for the chapter. Like I said, never intended for any of this, but that is my ultimate goal: is what's best for the chapter, what's best for the Double R on our backs.
Nice. Riding through the snow. Are you crazy? I'm from Jersey.
I mean, we kind of established that I already am a little crazy. That's why I do turn and burns.
Yeah.
So, challenge me to ride. I'm going to ride.
Jesus. All right, y'all heard that here first. Challenge him. He's going to ride. Blender, Idaho. What's going on, man? Doing best. Before we answer that, I might as well plug your shit right now. Because King Challenge, he did it on Saturday. Your event is coming up in
July. July 28th through the 30th. It's our breakout annual.
Yep. Right. So again, doing what's best for the chapter right here. Yeah, this is gonna be our first event. Take us to the process of saying, you know what, I think we're ready for it. Let's do this, and the amount of support you got for it.
I mean, really, it's going back to our last topic, man. It's down to your top three, who you lean on to really make these decisions on, what, when, and how we're gonna do these events and annuals. What's best for our chapter was just the sheer amount of events we've done since even before us becoming an established chapter, being away from our mother chapter and, being down here in Boise, we had to make a name for ourselves. So continuing to do what's best for our chapter was just continuing to do what's best for our community and make a name for ourselves. That, and again, man, leaning on, my right-hand man, Trill, my sergeant at arms, just knowing who to lean on and how much you can lean on them, I feel like also helps you in knowing how to really do what's best for your chapter. Especially this annual, we've gotten a lot of good feedback from our annual, a lot of people that are planning on coming out, especially Oregon. I mean, it's simple. It's simple, man. When like we said, when you're put in this position, you know how to handle these things and do what's best for your chapter and know how to make those decisions. So with my right hand man, and also the others beside me and the good people that I contact on a daily, the other presidents, and shout out to Iceman. I blow his phone up daily, with just the little ass questions. I mean, tiny little annoying ass questions. I mean, who think I'd go to my my state rep for that? But I'm always in somebody's ear and someone's always in mine. And in doing that and knowing how to really reach out to certain people to get certain information, I feel like you can always find out what's best for your chapter.
Yes. Good one. Word one, my brother. I know you can answer this one because you do a lot for your chapter. So what's best for your chapter?
As far as what's best for my chapter, I don't know.
Ooh.
It's
do I got
you have a vision and you try to see that vision through. And again, my situation is unique. I know Escoffier can co-sign what I'm about to say. Like it gets very difficult when your chapter is new, like when all your members are new. Like that's the hard part. So doing what's best for the chapter can be a challenge because the chapter doesn't always know what's best. And when you got guys, and it comes with different personalities. Like you get guys that come in who are all in from the jump. They ready to just be soldiers, follow the lead, and learn and grow. And then you get members who come in and they just feel like, oh, I talked to a couple Rough Riders for this chapter, so I know everything. I know more than you do. And it can be, and I know some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Like you get those members, man, and it does make it a challenge because you find yourself in conflict when you shouldn't be in conflict. And again, it boils down to the very first thing I said about making difficult decisions and having a thick enough skin to know you can't please everybody. So I feel I do what's best for my chapter based on the vision that I had when my VP and I founded the chapter. And we just wanted to take a lot of the politics out of Rough Riders. We decided that we were going to be a chapter first chapter. So I don't give a shit what's going on with the rest of Rough Riders. Only thing that matters to me is what's happening in my chapter and keeping that bond within the chapter. And so whatever's going on in Rough Riders or whatever else, our mindset coming in has always been, we're not going to be the chapter that raises the bar. We're going to be the chapter that sets the bar. We're going to be an example for other chapters to follow. But in doing so, you got to get everybody on board. So that's what makes doing what's best for your chapter so painstaking, because they don't always understand. And sometimes they feel that their opinion is more valuable than your opinion, but you have to remind them sometimes that you're the president for a reason. Like most of us presidents don't ask to be presidents. We're chosen to be presidents. I never wanted to be a president. I was chosen to be the president. So if and that's saying a lot, considering I founded the chapter. Like I didn't create the chapter to be a president. I created the chapter. I was going to be an advisor. I wanted to be a soldier, because everybody on this panel knows that's the best position in Rough Riders. So I just wanted to be a soldier and be an advisor for the chapter.
Right.
But I was chosen to be the president. And if I really give a shit about my membership, then I'm gonna do what the majority says and be the president. So you have, sometimes it takes reminding them through your actions or through your decision making that you're the president for a reason. You're chosen to be president for a reason. So see through the process. So being a president is not easy work. That's why it's the most denied position in Rough Riders. Like you get more people deny a president seat than you have accepted, because it's a lot of headaches, it's a lot of worries, a lot of phone calls, a whole lot of phone calls. It's a lot of drama, it's a lot of different personalities. Yeah, it's a lot of everything. And when it comes to doing what's best for the chapter, you know, you have to hope that the decisions you make are the right ones. But if you truly care about your chapter, you truly care about your position, then you're going to talk to your chapter members. Find out what they think. Find out what your top 3 things. And if you're still undecided, man, reach out and call your state reps. Call up former presidents. Call up your mentors. You know, because again, the president position is about learning. Like a lot of people think that the presidents are the guys that know everything. No, we're the guys that's in school. We're the ones learning. You know what I mean? We're at the desk. So that's the biggest thing with making decisions that's best for the chapter, is factoring all of those things into the decision making. So no decision from a president should ever be equivalent.
Solid.
Oh, there we go. We good. All right, Carolina, you up?
Let's see, how can I put this? I think well, like I said, I'm new, and this is my first pretty much month as being a president. So I think one of my first goals was to get my chapter to bond more. Not saying that wasn't bonding already, but do like small stuff. Like last month we did a bowling night. Last month, just small stuff like that. It was family night, so we invited the kids out, because if you got new people in your chapter, not everybody knows that person, and not everybody, well, not the person, but the family members. So if you bond together as a chapter and you're close and you all become tight as a chapter, as far as the traveling and the riding and all that other stuff, that's gonna be like second nature. It's not gonna be a problem because you already have bonded with your family already. Another thing is doing what's best for the chapter is like I said, you got to make those difficult decisions because you're doing what's best for the chapter as a president. You want the chapter to be as best as we can, and it's because it's not about the individual. It's all about that one unit, and that's your chapter, and that's pretty much it.
All right. Rock, are you still there with me?
Yeah. No, I'm still here. Man.
All right. All right. You up. Doing what's best for the chapter, my brother.
Man, doing what's best for the chapter. I mean, that's what I do. I do what's best for everybody, man. I'm a them first, me second type dude. I've always been like that. So putting the chapter first is honestly, it's like I would say it's second nature for me. I'm quick to put my personal feelings aside and then turn around and like, all right, listen, you don't like this, you don't like that, but hold on, let's find a happy medium somewhere. What about this? What about that? As of right now, my chapter is it's slowly growing. So I'm able to kind of finagle with the numbers, have a couple people go here, a couple people go there. Well, I didn't want to go over there. Or I didn't want to go there. I want to go here. And it's like, it's that meshing of the personalities. I hate to use this fucking word, but clicks. Just knowing which little click within your own click you can actually move around and like, all right, you know what? This works best for them. So where they can even mess around and come back and like, yo, you guys should try it next time. It's good for you. And all of a sudden, that one click goes and you bring the other one, and they like, oh, you know what? The shit was tight. And all of a sudden, now you got everybody over there. And you have different opinions and different views of it. Give everybody a different view of the same picture, and you never know what you're going to come out of it. So, yeah. Doing what's best for the chapter is, believe me, that's honestly, it's light work. That's light work. Doing what's best for everybody. It's not hard. It's not hard. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm trying not to drop my helmet over there.
Oh, don't drop the helmet. You go, don't drop the helmet. Go ahead, Shadowproof.
So, the one doing what's best for the chapter, for one, is understanding your chapter, right, in a whole. So one thing I try to implement in my chapter now is, you know, if there's something that is said that, you know, somebody or two people or three people may not like, and they're like, oh yeah, no, then what I want is I want another solution then. Like I don't want just a now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that's cool, you know, but I need something else, and give me something else so we can piggyback off that and we can make it work. So we can't just be like, no, and that's it. I need a solution. So I try to get everybody to come up with solutions when they have, I wouldn't call it an issue. Let's just say when they disagree with something. You know what I mean? They disagree with something. Okay, well, give me another solution. What do you call it? Real quick, Idaho. I know your Annie is the 20th through the 30th. Our 10-year is the 27th through the 30th. So, you know, New Haven County won't be able to be there, but I'll link with you to get your info, and we'll definitely support you, King.
Thanks, appreciate it, brother.
You know, just trying to, again, like, I mean, pretty much this question right here pretty much sums up everything we said the last 2-3 questions. You know what I mean? It's like it all, you know, trying to guide them in the right direction, trying to be understanding, and you know, word one said it. You got to be patient. You have to be patient. You get what I'm saying? There's no, you can't do it any other way. And then the funny part is, you as the president, you have to be the most understanding, because you got to take everything from every direction, put it together, make sense of it, and then, you know what I'm saying, and then bring it back out to the chapter so it may, you know what I mean, so it can get delivered properly so they understand the message. So, but yeah, man, just listen, fellas. Word One also said this too. We were chosen. You know what I'm saying? So obviously we all did something right. Hey, Trini. You know what I mean? So I know I want to see Trini nails. Trini nails always done. It don't matter when I see her. Her nails all look. I told you. It don't matter.
Look, but we, you know, good. This is her first time. Yeah, this is her first time on the show. She got to make those nails good. You ain't gonna come on our show out. Come on now.
It don't matter where you catch her. You'll never catch her slipping when it comes to that. But yeah, like, you know, like Word One was saying, we were chosen for this. So obviously we're doing something right. So we got to continue doing what we're doing, and hopefully, you know, we just keep pushing forward for the next generation, the next generation, the next generation. That's all I got.
Sure. Appreciate it. Yes, sir. Good one. And we're going to finish it off with the queen with the nice nails. The queen with the nice nails. Doing what's best for the chapter.
Yes. Well, thank you, Shadowproof, for the shout out on my nails. No, but definitely everything that you guys said, that's the way that I roll, honestly. I do have the challenge in my chapter with the majority of my chapter are either new to the organization or even new to the chapter. So because our dynamic is different, it takes a lot. So I'm glad that this is my home chapter. So I've grown to get the ins and the outs and learn from the previous membership, previous leadership. So, like you all have said, it's the little things, trying to get the bond together for the time that they're here. For those that don't know, I'm basically one of the military type of chapters. So I got a lot of people moving in and out every couple of years. So with that same dynamic, it's whether I know them from before or they're, like I said, new members. So for me, it's kind of like I said before as well, is if I don't expect myself to do it, I can't hold you accountable for it. So it is that give and take. Um, you just gotta know the audience, know your people, just figure out, hey, what can I do? And I ask them every time we have a meeting, like, what do you have any ideas? Do you care? I'm not just trying to tell you what I want to do because I'm doing me already. I'm doing this for y'all, for us. A lot of times I go places for those that see me, I'm by myself. Like it's always, hey, well, who from your chapter? Well, yeah. I try to get the chapter to move together. Everybody has different schedules, home, life is different than mine. Honestly, I don't have shit else to do. I'm by myself. I got a good job. I can afford to be out. I just came back from Mobile this morning. So I'm always outside. Yeah. And I literally mean this morning, like midnight, I pulled up to the crib. So, because I drove.
Travel,
But it's the little,
game.
like, I'm like, hey, in the chapter meeting, I'm always like, hey, is anybody tracking? This is going on. Is anybody going? All right. Well, so president will be there because like Philly president said, you got to give love to show love. I just like to travel. Like I'm a military brat, so I'm used to moving around. If I'm sitting around for 2 weeks, my people call me like, what you doing? What, you at home? Do you have a home? Some people ask me where I work. Don't worry about it because I'm outside. I know how to do this. Like, and my previous president will tell you, I was doing this outside, moving around stuff before I became a member of Rough Riders. So this is second nature for me. So I try to encourage the people in my chapter, like, hey, you do realize we're a lifestyle. So when we are trying to do something, like the other people are doing stuff, we have to actually go and support them. So it's not just the community that we serve, but the reason why we got this R on our back, why we work so hard as a prospect to get this vest, the respect, the loyalty, the dignity, all of that we signed up to do. Like go and do that. So you got to support your own people in the community and outside. So hey, I can only do but so much. So when I first started out as a member, once I got vested, it was kind of like, I'm just so excited. Like, hey, who's going here? I saw this. What about that? Da, 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 da. And nobody was entertaining me. Oh, okay. So then I stopped. Now we at the meeting. Hey, this is where I'll be going this month. Catch me outside. That's it. So I'm in my mind. If you either you're going or you're not. And then I get oh, how was that? Oh, so my answer is you should have went. I had a good time. It's always better than sitting in the house if you can do it. So I try to come up with the little things for my chapter, like, hey, if all y'all get together, let's figure out what day you're leaving. Let me know. I can leave on this day. Oh, well, no, I'm leaving on this day. Yeah, I don't do last minute stuff. If I say I'm going, I'm committed to going. That means my bag is packed. I'm flying there or I'm driving. That's the only last minute stuff I'm doing. And every day I'm watching the clock at what mode of transportation is going to be. So like everybody else has said, you got to check the dynamic. It's your chapter. You either brought them up or they're coming in. So not only are you setting the pace, but it's up to you to lead by example and be that example, whether you think you are or not. I've had people recently telling me how good of an example I was being. I'm not trying to necessarily, I wasn't working for that. It was definitely unexpected, but at the end of the day, I'm just doing me. That's the only person I know how to be. And I'm that one that talks to the other presidents every time I go somewhere. Well, hey, how you do this? How you do that? Because it's working for them. And I'm trying to think, well, could that actually work for me? I try it and we see.
Mhm.
And I'm like, hey, this is what I think. Because when I go outside, I talk to the people. How are you gonna know what's going on if you're not outside talking to anybody else? You don't.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we have. First of all, before I even get to that, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming on here. This is y'all day. This President's Day. So usually I let y'all do the toast. But this occasion I'm going to toast each and every one of y'all. For you already got yours in, you son of a bitch.
I
For
didn't know.
being a leader. Hey. I drink it for you. For being a leader of your chapter. For like I said, making those tough decisions, for being yourselves. 'Cause I know I know all y'all. I just actually, this was the first time I met Blender, but I know all y'all. I know y'all stay the same, one with me, and yeah, continue your presidency, and continue with success. May your chapters grow. May your chapters have a good time. Here's to y'all. I'm gonna drink now.
Cheers.
Salute. Cheers.
Salute.
I wish I could drink right
Oh,
now.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm
Listen, man,
drinking
I'm
that
gonna
hard shit, man. Straight up Coca-Cola and ice.
That's what I'm talking about. Why?
Yo, first of all, what up, Rock? My bad,
What up,
baby.
though? How
I
you?
meant to say what
Yeah.
up. My fault, King. It's been a minute,
Nah,
man.
listen. Yeah. Woo,
I
boy.
know,
Hey,
right?
hey, yo, I just thought about. Hold on. Is your and I'm doing it in front of everybody. Is your annual? Because I didn't look. Don't be mad at me. Is it still going to be around my birthday? Because I might be stateside. You know I'm usually up in Canada around that time.
Well, it's the last weekend of July, so it's my birthday.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
hold on. You
That's
hold
the
on.
weekend. That's the weekend
What do
after
you
my
do?
birthday.
Yeah, it's a lot of Leos on the
So
Yeah,
I'm
we got a lot of July birthdays in
I'm
here.
July 27th. So
I'm
our
July.
start on my birthday.
Yeah, see, and I'm
wait.
7:30. Mine is on Sunday.
There
I'm
you
July
go.
Before I
16th.
end this,
July 11th over here.
do
Okay,
anybody
see, that's what I'm talking
do
about.
I'm still
anybody
trying to
got
wrap my head
anything?
around the fact that there's black people in Idaho.
Damn.
We got a few in Oregon too, just a few.
Oh shit.
Hey, there we go. We got happy Black History Month, everybody. Before we leave out of here, do anybody got anything to promote? All right, we already did Idaho's breakout. We got Connecticut July. It's pretty much the same weekend,
Mm-hmm.
10th anniversary, and a shout out, happy birthday to Shatterproof that weekend.
Thank you.
North Carolina, we got a state event
Yes. So
in August.
yes. The North Carolina state event is gonna be okay. The state event is gonna be August 4th through the 6th. Yeah, come on out to North Carolina. We would appreciate you guys supporting. We're still working on the details. But we do have the hotel info coming up to be released. We have the venue already, so we're just working on those last minute details. Still pushing on. So definitely would appreciate y'all. Get
All right.
That's my home state. You know I'll be there.
I'm coming to start shit. Listen, I'm coming to start shit. Y'all in Durham, and that's like Tar Heel, Blue Devils. I'm gonna start some shit. Anything from New Mexico? Word one we gotta look out for this year.
No, we're not doing an annual this year, but I am back on the music grind now that all my little situations is cleared up. So my first big return back to the stage, I'm actually triple headlining Fort Worth, Texas annual coming up in April the 22nd. So it's me, Big Tuck, and Charlie Boy triple headlining the concert for that event. So I'm back on the stages, guys.
Yes, sir.
Welcome
And
back,
I just
baby.
signed a
Welcome
new
back.
management deal too. Thank you. I just signed a new management deal. I got a couple label situations on the table, so let's see how this goes once I get back in the studio.
Nice. I'm just saying, if you need a DJ or something, yeah, I mean, just let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey man, depending on what region I'm in, I usually reach out to Rough Riders for DJs. Like I know Midwest, I usually use K-Rock. When I would be out in New York and on the East Coast, Corruption was always DJing. Corruption actually, when I originally was signed to Rough Riders, Corruption was assigned to me as my DJ. And so now he's in Florida. So best believe when I'm in the southeast portion of the United States, Corruption spins my sets. So I mean, shit. If I'm out your way, most definitely. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
Connecticut, New
Black.
York. That's where I'm at.
You got DJ
most
Black
definitely.
up in my area for you.
Right,
There you
right,
go.
right.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at what this damn podcast has just joined. DJs Unite, goddammit.
Infamous, you're awesome, Infamous. We want to thank you, Infamous.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Real.
So this is the end. Like I said, I do appreciate y'all for coming on here. It's a second for Word One Shatterproof, and I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I said it once already. I said it once already. King of Chef.
Damn it,
man. Again, thank y'all for coming. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. For y'all that's watching, thank y'all for watching. And I'm gonna say peace out. Say bye.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you. Salute.
Salud.